Tasuhtam vishiach nanachtanteve. Isa ananasuta siviteveno. Ham tuhtuhna. Dam daban in debe hai hai. In shono dam dam vesenach torai. Nim davanayana, nim davanayana. Tasur, tasanana sirve, shonor taika varhasto. Ich tuk a, ich tuk a, sursach nanam tai. Ive shoch tuk vahita kasana. Hasur, tai, kalviech. Tamsur, sanaktar, avas, iveshene, ich nanaka, sur sanachai, hidnach tam. Tamsur, tam ye. Hamda, eno. Istoram vachtam vaitach nen honoyo. Tamba nim devene hono. Istochtam vai tamya. Tamba nim devene hono hindai. Isana hintorai. Tambayan in devene ho in tam. Torambach in deveye in tukam. In deve hono evenda. In deve hono. Hinda no yano, indeve yenturaitana, istam deve iventoru. Tasur na tam sanachtai. Tai shirte eshene isana asur. Asa asur tai gal vasir nechshon. Tumres utan vientenea. Iver sur shacha, iver sur nachta, tam sur naye isana. Das durchtal vishichtai hal ar. Satnam, thanks so much for joining. Welcome. My name is Jean. I am. So today I want to talk about, specifically this one thing that I used to hear a lot about as a child, right? Or that I used to think about a lot as a child and hear. So I would always hear that when we die, we would go to heaven, and in heaven we would live forever. And what are we gonna do? Because even as a child, I had this very kind of like morbidity to me in some way, like the old soul kind of vibe, right? And so like I like a lot of the times thought, so what are we gonna do forever, also especially in my teenage years, as I dealt with a lot of depression and stuff like that, bipolar or whatever. I always thought like, I'm not sure if I want to live forever, like fuck, damn. But so as a child, the people would tell me that like in heaven we would be just praising God forever, like in a continual state of worship. And as a child and a teenager, that seemed very depressing to me. That seemed very shitty, to be quite honest. Like, you want to tame me? You want me to just like sit there and like sing to you the, you know? And obviously, I understand that like perhaps that seems arrogant, but from a child's perspective, it's not arrogant at all. It's just like that I don't want to, I want to play kind of vibe, right? I don't know why I feel the need to share this. I just felt the need to share this today, right? So obviously I know why I need to share this because there's some sort of message for somebody. But you know what I'm saying. So anyway, as I went on my journey, as I have been taught humility, as I have been taught gratitude, as I have been taught perspective shifts, seeing life differently because God is so grand and like beyond our comprehension kind of vibe, right? The more I went through that journey, all these initiations I've been going through, like I've been initiated into various like spiritual practices, not necessarily by the actual spiritual practitioners, by me just spending time with a people, like their ancestors or their spirits like teach me, and I like gain knowledge and shit, right? By the grace of God, of course. Anyway, through all of these initiations and stuff that I've seen, and beings and entities and all these things, right? Like, obviously, first of all, I keep saying that it keeps coming back to the Christ for me. But I started realizing how I would be in absolute eternal bliss, like just being able to worship and like 24/7, just be able to be in gratitude basically to God 24/7, right? And I guess that is what I'm kind of doing with this channel. So that's what I want to say. Like I'm a channel for creator consciousness anymore, because like yes, God is in me and God breathes He breathed His soul into me, stuff like that. But like God is still so beyond what I can understand and comprehend. So I kind of just want to be in this state of like worship and prayer and like gratitude and surrender to God. So that is basically what I'm sharing today. That is basically what like this channel has always been, I guess. Actually, I haven't just like, even though I've spoken about it continuously, surrender, blah blah blah, it's like a deeper understanding, as we all know, a continuous deeper understanding, because God is infinite, etc. So yeah, like I'm pretty okay with being able to just worship for eternity, that kind of vibe. Like that's cool. Okay, living in gratitude and stuff like that, because ultimately that is what every spiritual practice is about. Every spiritual practice teaches the exact same thing. Once again, I've noticed. Ultimately that there is just one, God is one, there's just one source, that kind of vibe. Everybody ultimately believes that. Some people just think that we can't know that oneness. I believe we can, but too sure, I guess. So yeah, that is what I want to share today. May this find you well, I guess, and like do whatever it does. Anastuch ta asuch such vishach na asive se vese ihal artuk asa. Antuch suchnas vishich mene eyaha suchnahai. What if God is a certain way and God expects us to be a certain way and we don't have free will? Like, are we going to keep fighting against God? I mean, we can if you think that's honorable or whatever, but surrendering is powerful and fighting is weakness, I feel, right? So yeah, why fight against the all if it ultimately just wants love for you anyway? Like, that's also something I've been noticing about myself. Pride, surrendering pride, the original sin. Asuk astuch tukastach nachasichne. Asuch sachai vishiech shanacha asuch manakas yeah, a lot of my own darkness has been brought to light to me recently. It's been very intense and very to see about myself, but it's been wonderful and it's been beautiful. And once again, it's that Christ, Christ being the lamb, Christ being the offer, kind of Christ always being reborn, always coming through for you, that kind of vibe, because it can die, you know. So anyway, I'm sending you so much love, peace, joy, flow, growth, abundance, prosperity, and a knowing and connection and personal communion with God, with Creator, because it is absolutely beautiful. Sat Nam, I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.